When you go down, I pray you'll go down swinging.
Hey guys, this is Adventure Man. Welcome to another episode of Jail Recollections, an inside look. This is going to be episode 4. What I'm going to talk to you today about is how some of the facilities were where I was at, meaning the showers and the toilets. So when I was originally in dorm living, there was 4 toilets right next to each other. And it takes some getting used to, but eventually you will actually be sitting on them and having a conversation with the person next to you. It's kind of weird. But anyway, those you could flush endlessly, and the shower was right next to it, which sometimes, we would always put it back up, but the guards would take down the sheets that we would use as kind of a shower curtain, and the shower, the hot water would not last forever, which really sucked, because then it would be really cold and you'd be asking people to flush all the toilets for you, because then it would bring some more hot water. Yeah, especially in the winter, because those toilets are pure stainless steel, so it's very cold. So that wasn't the most fun. Of course, one of the toilets was not working. So that's how dorm living was. When we moved to cell living, I found out, some of us found out the hard way, that there's key differences between the toilets in the shower in cell living and the ones in dorm living. With the toilets, well, you get 2 flushes per 30 minutes. That's not very much, especially when there are 2 people per cell, and sometimes other people will want to use yours. So yeah, there's a button you would barely touch and it would flush. There's something known as a courtesy flush. So when somebody would be when they'd be taking a dump, they would flush once in the middle of it in order to help keep the smell down, and then they'd flush out again after they're done. And so that used up both flushes. So if somebody else had to go, well, they had to wait 30 minutes before they could actually flush it. And so sometimes when another person would take a dump, they would put a towel over the toilet so that it would help keep the smell down, and it wasn't pleasant. Now the shower there, it was a bit different. That one never ran out of hot water. That helped a lot, especially since, there's supposed to be 2 working showers in that unit by law, because there's 32 men. There wasn't. There was just one. And they never fixed the other, and I'm sure it's still probably not fixed. And so we had 32 men using one shower, so you had to get in line. Now this one you didn't need. This was set on the far side of the unit, next to the 16 and 32. So basically, this one had a door. So it actually had a door. The door didn't lock. Well, technically it did lock, but if you let it lock, then you'd be locked in. So we always would jam like a spoon in there so that we could open it and close it at will. Otherwise, you'd have to get the guard's attention and have them unlock it, and then they would be pissed off at you. But they also didn't like you putting a spoon in there, so it's stupid. But now this door had a window or whatever, so a metal screen kind of. So it allowed the steam to escape and all that. And people would generally put their towel over the top of the door, and that to prevent anybody from just viewing. So anyway, that's kind of how that was. Definitely not the most pleasant, especially in dorm living. Unit living was it had a little bit more privacy since you were in cells, and you could usually close the door most of the way to afford yourself some privacy, although some guards really didn't like that and they tell you to open it. one way we would signify to the guards that what we were doing in there is we'd tie a piece of toilet paper to the outside of the door handle, so they would know somebody's using the bathroom. So that's kind of how it was. Not the greatest experience, but that's how it is. So that's how it is. Thank you guys for watching another episode of Jail Recollections, an inside look. God bless you guys. Be safe and happy trials.
When you go down, I pray you'll go down swinging. When you get